Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. Shalom, peace and blessings and barakut to you and your entire house. Shalom to Yehuda and to Ephraim. Shalom to the former stranger, the former foreigner, the former ger, who was once formerly estranged from the everlasting covenant, but now having received the Ruach of adoption, the Ruach HaKadosh, who is Yahusha HaMashiach, and whereby now being engrafted into the olive tree, who is Yahusha HaMashiach, who is Yasher Al, and whereby now being privy to the same everlasting promise, covenant, and inheritance that was given to Yasher Al and to Yasher Al alone. Shalom to you. My name is Miriam. Peace and blessings and barakut to you and your entire house. The Master has sent me by to speak to his people a word, a message to his people, that if we desire to be perfect, if we desire to be perfect before the eyes of the Master, we must serve. If we desire to be exalted, we must serve. Indeed, the Master said, those who exalt themselves shall be humbled, and those who humble themselves shall be exalted. If we desire to wear crowns and sit on thrones and hold scepters, we must serve. This is the only way to perfection, and only in this way we will be wearing crowns and sit on thrones. If you want to be perfect, we must serve. The foundation to salvation is servitude. We cannot go where we want unless we serve. And the level of servitude that is required from us, the level of perfection that is required from us, it cannot be accomplished in this wicked flesh. It cannot. It truly cannot. The Master said in Matthew chapter 19, verse 16 to 22, he said, and see, one came and said to him, good teacher, what good shall I do to have everlasting life? And he said to him, why do you call me good? No one is good except one, and that is Elohim. But if you wish to enter into life, guard the commands. And he said to him, which? And Yahusha said, you shall not murder, you shall not break wedlock, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness. Respect your father and your mother, and you shall love your neighbor as you love yourself. And the young man said to him, all these I have watched over my youth. What do I still lack? Yahusha said to him, if you wish to be perfect, go and sell what you have and give it to the poor, and you shall have treasure in heaven. And come, follow me. And when the young man heard the word, he went away sad, because he had many possessions. In other words, if you want to be perfect, go sell all you have, give it to the poor, and then come and follow me. In other words, come and serve me. Come and become a servant. You want to be perfect? You must understand something. We must serve, and we must be willing to give up all and just serve. No different than all of our righteous forefathers. They gave up all, and only in this way we will see HaMashiach. He came not to be served, but to serve. He came to just serve his people. This is Yahuwah in flesh. You want to be perfect. You want to enter into life. You want to be exalted. You want salvation. You want provision from whatever is going on in this earth. You want provision from every wicked thing that's going on in life, and you want to be sealed. You must serve, because the foundation to salvation is servitude. Put your brother and sister before yourself. Stop being selfish. Humble yourself and just serve. This is what it looks like to be perfect. Just serve, he said. Come and just follow HaMashiach. Let's see the example of our HaMashiach and what he did and how he served. The living Torah, the Torah made flesh. Let's see his example in Yehukanan chapter 13. Yehukanan chapter 13. The master, this is Yahuwah in flesh. This is Yahuwah in flesh, came down and showed us how to be servants. In Yehukanan chapter 13, let's read from 1 to 14. Yehukanan, John chapter 13, 1 to 14. And before the festival of the Pesach, Yahusha, knowing that his hour had come, that he should move out of this world to the Father, having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them till the end. And supper taking place, the devil, having already put it in the heart of Yehuda of Keraoth. This man is going to get ready to turn Hamashiach in. But look, let's see the example of Yahusha and what he did and how he served even those who turned him in. The son of Shimon who would deliver him up. Yahusha, knowing that the Father had given all into his hands, and that he had come from Elohim and was going to Elohim, rose up from supper and laid aside his robe, and having taken a towel, he girded himself. After that, he put water in a basin and began to wash the feet of the pupils of his taught ones. Love will motivate you to serve one another. This is what love looks like. To love one another is to serve one another, and to wipe them with a towel which he had girded. This is Yahuwah in flesh. This is Yahuwah in flesh, getting ready to wash the feet of Yehuda, who is getting ready to knowing that Yahuwah knew he was a devil. Yahuwah in flesh, Yahusha HaMashiach, knew that he was a devil. But look what he's about to do with him. And with his people, and wiped them with a towel in which he had girded. And so came to Shimon Kepha, and he said to him, Master, do you wash my feet? Yahusha and said to him, You do not know what I am going to do now, but you shall know after this. Kepha said to him, By no means shall you wash my feet ever. Yahusha answered him, If I do not wash your feet, you have no part of me. Shimon Kepha said to him, Master, not only my feet, but my hands and my head. Yahusha said to him, He who has had a bath does not need to wash except his feet, but is clean altogether. And you are clean, but not all of you. For he knew that he would deliver, not all of you, for he knew that he would deliver him up. He knew who would deliver him up. So he said, You are not all clean. So when he washed their feet and taken the garments, he sat down and said to them again, Do you know what I have done to you? You call me teacher and master, for I say well, for I am. Then if I am master and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I gave you as an example, that you should do as I have done. Truly I say to you, a servant is not greater than his master, nor is an emissary greater than he who has sent him. If you know all these teachings, baruched are you if you do them. In other words, serve one another. This is Yahuwah wrapped up in flesh, showing us how to walk and be lowly servants. None of us are exalted yet. You want to be exalted and take the position, then you must take the position of a lowly servant. Some of you are walking around with your garments and you're just walking around like you're king and queen Judah, but only from a place of servitude. Only from this place you will be exalted. We are servants. We are servants. We must walk upright and circumspect before all men and before Elohim, serving one another in love and in humility, in his righteousness. He desires us to walk as lowly servants. But if we just serve, and walk as Mashiach, we shall be exalted. Please turn with me to Philippians chapter 2, and let's look at the example of our HaMashiach, that if we just serve, and then in this way, after our work is done, he will reward us each according to our work, and he will exalt us in his due time. In Philippians chapter 2 from 1 through 12, if there is any encouragement in Mashiach, in any comfort of love, if any fellowship of Ruach, if any affection and compassion, make my joy complete of being of the same mind, having the same love, one in being and of purpose, doing none at all through selfishness of self-conceit, but in humility consider others better than yourselves. Each one should look out not only for his own interest, but also for his interest of others. And in other words, be a servant. Just serve. For let this mind in you, let what mind be in you? The mind of the Ruach, the mind of Yahusha. For who knows the mind of the man except the Ruach of the man? And who knows the mind of Yahuwah unless we have his Ruach, who is Yahusha? So he says, for let this mind be in you, which is the Ruach, which was also in Mashiach Yahusha, who being in the essence of Yahuwah, considered it not theft to be the same as Yahuwah, yet he emptied himself. This is so beautiful. Yet he emptied himself, taking the form as Yahusha HaMashiach, taking the form of a servant, and came to be in the likeness of men. And having been perceived in the form of man, he humbled himself, and became obedient unto death, death even of a stake. Yahuwah therefore has highly exalted him, and given him the name which is above every name, that the name of Yahusha every knee shall bow, of those in the heaven, and of those on earth, and of those under the earth, and that every tongue should confess that Yahusha HaMashiach, Yahusha is master, to the esteem of the Father, Yahuwah. So that my beloved, as you always obeyed, not only in my presence, but now much rather in my absence, work out your own deliverance with fear and trembling. And trembling. Barak Yahuwah. Listen, if you think you're already in, based on your skin tone, which many just seem to think because they are black that they are already in, you are sadly mistaken. You are sadly mistaken. The 144,000, they are the natural branches from each tribe, but I can guarantee you that they are lowly servants, and they look like HaMashiach. This is where the Master desires us to be, servants. Yahuwah barak you and guard you. Yahuwah make his face shine upon you and show favor unto you. Yahuwah lift up his face upon you and give you shalom. Thus you shall put my name on the children of Yashar'al, and I myself shall barak them. So be it, so be it, so be it. Shalom.